I have recently seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This video will not include any spoilers for that, but it reminded me of a game that I want to talk about. It was called Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. It came out in 2010. I think I last played it in like 2014. You are not able to get the game anymore, like online. But if you have the disc, which I think the disc is worth like $70 now, you are still able to play it. The premise of this game was that the Amazing Spider-Man found Mysterio stealing a tablet of order and chaos. When in battle, Spider-Man broke the tablet across 3 dimensions in 17 pieces. Mysterio made off with one, but the other 16 were scattered across 4 different dimensions. According to the wiki, this was on the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, PC, and DS. I had the Xbox 360 version, and I also found out that the DS version is actually just a side scroller that has very little gameplay, so I do not recommend that one if you want to try this game. I'm going to list off the different Spider-Men that were in it, along with their playstyles, because each one felt a bit different. First was the Amazing Spider-Man from Earth 120703. This Spider-Man was more of the tutorial Spider-Man. He showed you how to do things, didn't really have any special powers, really. You know, kick, web swing, punch, what you would expect out of ordinary Spider-Man. Nothing real special. Next is the Ultimate Spider-Man from Earth 1610. This version of Ultimate Spider-Man still had the symbiote suit. It is kept in check by Madam Web. This is the Spider-Man that people probably find most fun, because she has an ability bar that fills up in combat. And when it hits full, you can unleash the full symbiote power, pretty much not caring about any lives and just going on a rampage. When the bar is empty, it would stop, or you could stop mid rage to save some of your ability bars so it would recharge faster. So this one was very more combat based. And it wasn't my favorite, but I feel like it was my second. After that, we meet Spider-Man 2099 from Earth 928. Spider-Man 2099 had an ability bar to slow down time. This ability bar would fill up over time rather than in combat like symbiote suit. It would fill up very slowly and drain relatively fast. It was used to help you dodge homing missiles, defeat really heavy hitting enemies or hard enemies to defeat, and things like that. I actually like this ability a lot just because it just added a lot of fun to it. His dimensions being set in the future, there was a lot of lights on like all the buildings, and it was actually really nice to look at. I actually remember there being skydive portions in his missions, but I found out from doing research for this video that only one of his missions had a skydive in it, and it was his very first mission. Last but not least, we have a Spider-Man Noir. This was actually my favorite Spider-Man. Uh, it's the one that's set in the black and white universe, for those who don't know. And the reason this was my favorite is because he was stealth missions, basically. You have to sneak around, stealthily take out enemies, and be quiet. I love stealth missions in games, especially when they're done correct. They can be done very wrong, very easily. There's a lot of horrible stealth games out there. But this made it really good, and it felt really nice. He didn't have an ability bar or anything. It was literally just his gimmick was stealth. Now that we know all 4 Spider-Men that you will be playing in this game, I will tell you the premise, which was you would go in and defeat classic enemies such as Electro, Craven, Sandman, Goblin, so on and so on. There was a lot of enemies. 4 for each Spider-Man universe, 16 total. And once you defeated them the first time, they each had 2 phases. When you defeated them the first time, they would absorb their piece of the tablet that they got when it was scattered across the dimensions. And it would pretty much enhance their powers. such as Craven gaining the ability to have ultra fast. He was like ultra fast, faster than a human, and his strength was unparalleled to any other human. And like there was stuff like that with every single uh, enemy that you had. And when you collect all 16 that were scattered across dimensions, you are brought to find out that Mysterio kidnapped Madame Web and has taken the full tablet after you retrieved it and given it to her. This allowed Mysterio to go into a godlike state and basically just be all powerful. Madame Web was able to use the Last for Energy to combine all four of the Spider-Man into one universe, the universe that Mysterio is in. And you need to go through 4 different phases with the 4 different Spider-Man, so one phase each, to defeat Mysterio, each using their own gimmick to defeat him. And that's where the game ends. I really thought this was a fun game. I would love to see a remake of this. Like especially with all the Spider-Verse stuff happening, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and the part 2 to Across the Spider-Verse that's going to be coming out next year. I feel like it would actually be a really good hit. It actually did really well when it was out originally. I can't remember the numbers, but I know IGN rated it like an 8 out of 10, so it did really good, and I would love to see another Shattered Dimensions remake. This is Scorched after editing this video. I want to point out that there is a Shattered Dimensions person that I watch. I watch someone play Shattered Dimensions. Their name is Blisswinger. It's one of their older videos, so their audio is not good, but if you sat this entire video, then it shouldn't be a problem because their audio is still better than mine. But they're still a great YouTuber. I watch them every now and then, but their Shattered Dimension series was on point. I'll put the playlist on the end card so that you can watch their videos. Be sure to check it out. I really thought it was a good game. It really did. Also, this is kind of a new form of content for me. I've never done any sort of content like this. I've seen content like this. I kind of want to do more. It doesn't have to be gaming topics. I can like do any topic. Maybe someone wants to know my opinion on this or that. I do want suggestions. I thought about this content after seeing the movie. I was like, I could tell people about this game. And I thought I could do that kind of content even more with like I could use scraps from videos that didn't get in as the background gameplay and give you guys whatever you want to talk about, you know? Or maybe in the future I can do a reading comments format like this as well. I think the video turned out really well. I hope you guys did too. I will see you guys next time.